a flight in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Looks like there's going to be 3 or 4 of us. I'll be in a Cessna 172. We've got Confused Dad here in his Savage Cub, and I'm not sure what Blues is flying. He can let us know in a minute. I am going to be running Sky Park just with a junk mail delivery from Wilmington to Charleston, South Carolina. And everybody want to say hello?
Blues him right off to your left in the 172.
Perfect. Perfect. I do need to turn on tags. I don't normally keep name tags on, but I do for these flights. So I'm going to pause for just a second to go to options and do that. Traffic tags. I don't like them normally when I'm playing just for immersion reasons. And I'm on I'm in ramp spot 23. We're going to still wait a couple minutes in case Dusty shows up because he was signed up. Yeah, so looks like we got a good day for flying weather-wise too, which is nice.
Yeah, I checked the METAR and everything. Once we hit our first waypoint, we'll be pretty much in a crosswind.
That's not surprising. Last time we had some pretty heavy crosswinds too coming down the coast. I think at one point we had about a 30 knot we were flying against.
It's not bad once you get used to it.
Well, I mean, I'm a work smarter, not harder guy, so I'm usually on autopilot anyway. So.
Do you, baby?
Yep. Yep. I pre-program everything, and I mean, I take the yoke when I want to go look at something or circle something or whatever. But from A to B, I generally let it just let it fly itself.
Yeah, I try to keep it hand flown because I'm not too fortunate. We don't have autopilot in our plane.
The 172 has autopilot. It just doesn't
have
a nice fancy.
I mean,
real life.
Yeah, flight. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do real flight. I took one lesson and it didn't agree with my belly, so I didn't go back.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things, and I guess it's kind of ironic that I was scared of heights.
I'm letting it do the automated checklists right now while we prep up. We'll wait for Dusty. Get my engine going. Oh, there's Creative taxiing over.
I'm stopping at the gas station.
I didn't. You said you looked at the weather. What runway would we be using here today? I didn't check
17.
ahead of time. 17?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, runway 17. All right. That's a nice easy taxi from where I started us, so that's good.
System test.
Well, nav map is showing a 14 knot wind at 338.
Yeah, so I would think we'd be using 3.5. I'm showing 14.
Oh yeah, 3.5. My mistake.
Okay.
I was looking at the wrong one.
Okay, I crash either way. It's no problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm equally good either way. I'll ditch it in either. I'm gonna do everything I need prior to takeoff before we even taxi. Get all my options set the way I like them here on the PFD. We'll plan on 1500 for flight altitude.
Okay.
I think that's pretty good for a coastal flight. Keeps us low enough to see some stuff up close. If Dusty shows up late, he can always just spawn in at one of the airfields we'll be flying near and join us from there.
That's cool.
So what do you actually fly, Blues, in real life?
Cherokee Piper. I think it's the 128.
We did New Zealand last weekend, and these guys were, I forget what, you were in the DA-40, weren't you?
Yep.
Yeah. So you were in the DA-40, and Dusty was in his X-Cub. And I was like, screw this, because when I'm in the 172, I'm always left in the dust when Dusty's in his X-Cub, because he's got the power plant enhancement on it. So I'm like, okay, I'm taking out the Baron, 300 horsepower. Well, then we had the opposite problem. I had to keep going, oh, I have to cut my throttle down to 30%, or I'm running away from you.
Yeah. I thought about flying one of the Moonies, but I decided it was a little bit too fast.
Yeah, for what we're doing today, like, we do 100, 120, 100, 115 knots cruise. So any of those fast planes are just kind of not that fun. I think even like when I go back to Dusty's, I'll probably switch back to this plane for next time, just because as much as I like the Bonanza, it was a little too fast. Plus, I always forget to change the stupid tanks over halfway, and I end up with uneven.
Yeah.
I really hate not having a dual feed on the tanks. All right.
I'm surprised the Garmins don't scream at us.
For what? Oh,
Not switching tanks.
Oh, it'd be nice. I would love that feature.
Usually it just pops up on a window that says switch tanks every 30.
Yeah. I'm going to start taxiing, so if you guys are ready. And if you guys want to do proper radio calls and stuff, feel free, especially you Blues, since you know what you're doing. I'm lazy that way, so. One of these days I'll get more into it and try VATSIM, but I'm not there yet. I explored it a little bit and it didn't seem like something that I would find a lot of fun in right now, so.
Yeah, if you fly VATSIM, it's a lot better just to fly with controlled airfields, because then you're actually talking to people.
Man, going right
But I
there.
haven't
Yeah.
I haven't messed with that yet. The controlled airfield's not my expertise.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna line up on the runway and then we can, once we know everybody's ready, we'll launch. Runway 35. Nice moon over there in the sky.
Pretty.
Yep. I'll take the center line, so you guys can flank me or do whatever you want to do. Since I got out here first, I'll take center.
That's cool. I'll crash behind you guys.
That plane should pick up pretty fast because we have a 14 knot headwind as well.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get great climb, especially out of that the Savage, which is showing as a generic on my screen, by the way, which looks really weird because it's a generic with the wings under it, but it's showing the tail dragging on it.
Yeah, I've seen that before. I just have the mod installed. I know it stalls at like 40, 35 knots, somewhere around there.
Oh, Dusty's spawning in. Dusty, we're on 3-5. You want us to hold for a minute for you? Oh, you get your sports car plane anyway. You can catch up to us easy enough. Alright, we'll hold on for just a minute. I'm in no hurry today. That's interesting. AI traffic's using the cross runway.
Yeah. Figuring out how to unmute my microphone.
Hello, sir.
Hey, hey.
What's up?
We got a flight of 4 today, yeah?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, Blues knows this area in real life, so he's going to be our tour guide.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Little way through, I'll point out some pretty cool, neat spots near Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, he'll tell us what to look for off the wing, and then we'll be looking the opposite direction because we don't know what we're doing. Are you taxiing yet, Dusty?
I picked the runway right away, so I should be right behind you. Let me see if you... I got nobody.
I don't see you.
You guys were on the map for
USA
me.
West.
Sometimes it takes a while.
Let me check. I'm actually set to USA East, so I'll switch it over.
And you're on 3-5?
Yes, I am.
I'm honestly surprised by the Microsoft Flight Sim realism sometimes.
Oh, with the planes or the scenery?
The planes.
Okay. You
There
guys are loading in.
There you are. I see you.
Let's go.
I'm hitting it. Try to keep up. I'm in this really fast plane today. 40 knots. 50.
Somebody's got the shock carbon.
That's me.
60.
Nice.
Rotating.
You'd be climbing like a helicopter in that thing.
Easy.
Holy crap, you two are gone.
Well, we're in STOL aircraft. What do you expect?
It looks like we're in regular planes, and you two are like an F-18. Just went bang, or F-16 bang straight up.
Really, I got that afterburner mod.
I'm gonna climb at 80 today.
That's what I was just thinking. I was going to climb at 80.
76 is best, but we'll carry a little extra.
80's giving me a climb rate of about 800 feet, so that's pretty good. 700, 800 feet, somewhere in there.
Yeah, once we turn, our speed will drop drastically.
I usually gently climb at like 85 or 90 just because I want the extra forward.
Left crosswind into left downwind.
Okay. We'll go left.
Unless this place is right traffic. In that case, it's too late.
Whoops. We said left, not right, right? I'll be doing this again today. Turning the wrong way.
Is this where we landed last week?
Yep. This was our alternate. Because that other field ended up being a private.
Yeah.
Some farmer was out there with a shotgun aiming it at us when we, well, not really, because we figured it out ahead of time. But... Alright, I'm turning to approximately 200. Go down, pick up the purple line. don't think I scheduled any midway landings for this one, but we could always stop if somebody wants to somewhere. I was telling the guys before you got on, Dusty, I may, after this one, teleport us to, like, Daytona for next week. Just to,
Okay.
just because that coastline from Charleston to Daytona is not, I mean, there's nothing I really care to see there. There's nothing exciting, so. This airport has an interesting parking lot, huh? It's like a big circle with a ring around it. Very interesting.
Fairly prominent.
I love looking at the designs of the airport buildings and stuff from the air. Different airports, how they have these swooping, curving terminals and things.
So we're going to basically follow this river out to the coast? Oh, there's a point out there. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much follow the river out to Bald Head. I think it's called Bald Head Island. And then we'll turn in. I'll be a little bit off the coast for a chunk of it there, but within sight of it anyway. I'm behind you.
Another reason why I hate spawning on the runway is that it automatically tunes my radio
Oh yeah, that's right.
to the local tower. And like, no, I don't want that. You guys always piss me off.
What you really wish is you could just turn the radio off.
So it's got my pulse lights on. I don't want pulse lights on.
Alright, so whoever this is, I'm blocking. Oh, I know who this is. Never mind. I know who you are. Yeah, I know it's Randy.
So it's a friendly troll rather than an unfriendly troll.
It is a friendly troll. I've known this guy for, gosh, 15, 16, 17 years now. And all we do is abuse the crap out of each other. I was ready to block you. You keep it up and I will. Yeah, I met Randy the same place I met my wife, through a creative writing site that I used to be part of. Actually, I owned it for several years. Ran it for several years.
Tell us more about this creative writing background of yours.
It was a hobby I had for better part of 2 decades. And there was a site that no, Randy, I left in early 2018. It was a website that was based on Star Trek fanfic, where we creative wrote stories together, kind of like a combination of RPG creative writing site. You took on a portrayal of a person in a Star Trek universe and wrote their part in a story. And Randy,
I love that. I love that already.
Randy used to write the Little Romulan. That's what my character called him, the Little Romulan. Because he played a half Romulan. He played a rather diminutive half Romulan, and I was playing a Klingon character who was like 6'5", so he just called the guy the Little Romulan.
That's cool, man.
Yep. And I joined that site in 2003, and was a member and wrote and eventually got into doing some of the management of the site. And then in 2014, the guy who had founded the site in the year 2000 decided he was going to step away and retire. So he turned everything over to me, and I ran the site through early 2018. And then it got to the point where it was like having a second job. It got to the point where there was a lot of politics and a lot of... It wasn't fun anymore. And I said, you know what? I'm supposed to be doing this as a hobby to enjoy myself and relax. I didn't anymore, so I left.
As most communities end
Evolved
up.
too. Yeah. Yep. And unfortunately, being the guy where the buck stops, turned it into everything. It was just very frustrating. So,
Right.
Blues, you're really good at that formation flying thing. You're like right off my wing, just outside the zone where you ghost.
I used to fly formation flights in Arma, so
Like, if you were just a little closer, you'd start ghosting. You're doing really good there. That's good. Do you fly with a stick or a yoke?
Yoke.
So you're proper. Good. Okay.
You're
I heard
pure
that.
You're pure blood.
Well, I mean, it depends on the type of plane. The planes you fly, Dusty, are stick planes, so that you do want to use a stick. But
I fly with a stick.
Dirty-blooded stick.
oh, I didn't.
Now, what I really
I didn't load up my
Go
Sky
ahead.
Park job when we took off.
No junk mail for them.
No junk mail for them. I'm going to cancel the contract.
Not gonna get that Tractor Supply email or their mail thing, are they?
Nope. Nope. Oh well, there goes my reputation.
Down the toilet.
That's okay. I'll just put the flight tracker up.
Blues, what are you flying?
172.
You Cessna guys will be back there and in tight formation. I'm gonna fall in.
You
with,
guys can slow down quite a bit if you get off our wings.
Yeah,
we what?
I'm doing about 110.
If you get off our wings, you guys can stay formation pretty well.
Well, we're doing about 80, 90.
Indicated? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gaining on you. That's why. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
I'm just trying to fall in with creative here.
Okay. Well, he's coming over the top of me right now, so are you. Randy, no, it's not dead. Both Andrea and I left at the same time, and Aaron, Autumn, and Paul and a couple others are running it now. I don't really want to think about it, talk about that. It's a part of I'm happy to have it be part of the past. The best thing about it is it's where I met my wife, and she's wonderful. And she's within an earshot, so I hope I get points for that. I think she's within earshot. If she's not, I just wasted it.
You got to say it a little bit louder just to make sure.
Yeah. I said I said it to the world on Twitch, so I mean, I can't really say it much louder than that.
This is where I met my beautiful wife.
Beautiful, young, super intelligent. What more could I ask for?
Dude, you shouldn't talk about me like that.
Randy, the next time we're chatting on Facebook, you got to tell me what in hell made you move from Vegas to Ohio. Because I can't imagine why anybody would move to Ohio.
Because Cleveland rocks.
Ah, that was what I was thinking. I was thinking it was that, Randy. It's his wife. She's from Ohio.
Creative, looks like you're trying to catch up with them.
Yeah, man.
Do you need us to slow down?
Oh, no, we're good.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
I know you
I know
don't.
both of their planes can catch up to us.
Well, that Savage Carbon
that's
is pretty damn
That's
souped
a
up
pretty
too.
cool little bridge thing down there. That's a rail bridge, that little loopy bridge.
What loopy bridge are we looking at?
You're flying right over.
Oh,
it right
back
now.
there.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
but it's like a railroad loop over the water.
What are you Cessna guys indicating?
108, 109.
110, yeah, between 109
Okay.
and 111. Altimeters are at 3015 in my case. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, 3015.
And I'm at 1500. So in about 4 nautical miles, we'll turn right to go up along that coastline. And Blues, you said you're from more inland, more up near Charlotte?
Yeah. So I've only been down here a few times. I'll only be able to point out pretty much the tourist spots that everyone that's been there knows.
I have never been along the coast of the Carolinas, strangely. I've gone down I-95 probably 6 or 8 times, but... And I've done the, I've done some of the hills. I've done the Blue Ridge Parkway, and I've been out by Robbinsville, out by the Tail of the Dragon.
Yeah.
That is a fun stretch of road if you're on a motorcycle or in a sports car.
I'd say the only thing about the coast is if you're gonna go, it's quite a hassle, especially Myrtle Beach.
I'm sure traffic and everything.
Well, that and just the crime.
Oh, is it high? Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of gang activity in Myrtle Beach. It's kind of our staple, but it's really not what it is.
Alright, I'm starting my turn. I think that's a graphical glitch. I don't think that's an actual bridge there, is it? No, that's a glitch. That's a graphical glitch. That black line. I don't know if you guys see it. I see it.
Yeah.
Where imagery was stitched together.
It looks like a water elevation issue.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a waterfall. Little golf resort down there. On the left. So I think I've already worked it out. When we get to Florida, we're gonna do a little shot around the Kennedy Space Center, and then get down to about Palm Beach, and then shoot out to the Bahamas. And I think it ended up being 6 or 7 sessions to go through the Bahamas. And Dusty, you'll be happy. I have it scheduled for us to land at every possible runway.
Nice.
Every possible airport.
That's like what I'm doing with New Zealand.
Yep. Yep. So I've estimated an hour and a half for each session, but because of the landings, I figure it'll be a little longer. There's 1 or 2 that are longer, 1 or 2 that are shorter. There's a couple of them where it's like an hour over water just to get to the next island. But I want to do it. I want to go through it all. And it's every island in the Bahamas that has a runway we hit. And then when we get back, we're right at the top of the Keys, and we'll go down to Key West. And then after that, I think we're going to do another teleport to somewhere else. Because by then, my calculations have us in late March or early April. So that would be time to start thinking about some more northern stuff again.
Yeah, I gotta look at when to start my trip up to Alaska.
I would say probably late May or early June for that. I would think.
Yeah.
Depends on what you're going to do. Are you going to start in California and go up, or are you going to start in Alaska?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, then I would maybe start it early May, because you're probably looking at 4 or 5 sessions to get up there, at least.
Well, it's I think it's about 18 hours, depending on how I
so that's
pass it.
9 sessions based on our standard 2-hour, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You gonna go up the coast or you going up through the mountains?
I gotta look at sort of what's more scenic,
Okay.
because I'm not. If I just straight line it, I'm gonna miss some things, that I could fly by.
The coast is also very pretty though, just so you know.
The coast of
British
what?
Columbia.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because it looked pretty boring, at
Eh.
least
Actually, what
finding it out on the
I
map.
would probably do is I would probably cut up to Vancouver Island and then go inland. If you fly up
Yeah.
up the Pacific coast to just past Victoria is an airport, Charlie Yankee Charlie Delta CYCD. That's Nanaimo. And then from there, if you point yourself east, you go over Vancouver and into the mountains over toward Lake Kelowna, and then up the middle of the mountains there would be pretty.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I was actually going to go through British Columbia, go to inland, like on the other side of the mountains.
Oh, go east of the Rockies.
Yeah, or through.
So like along the British Columbia Alberta stretch.
I don't know. I have to look at it.
Yeah.
Because if any of our engines had to fail, we would be in trouble.
Yeah, we're in fairly dubious climb, and we're only at 1,500 feet.
I'm gonna go along the coast just for fun.
Okay.
You can also gain altitude.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's go up to. I'm gonna go up to 2,500 or 2,500. Do a climb at 90. Probably should be higher than that as well, but then I just gotta come back down. Can't believe I forgot to do the pickup for the Sky Park thing. We sat there for like 10 minutes before taking off too. It's not like I was in any rush. Yeah, I think 2,500 is a good altitude for this stretch.
Guys, I was watching some video about because I haven't been in the flight sim sort of world for my whole life. I was watching some stuff that Austin's X-plane CEO dude was talking about in terms of the stuff he was doing with regards to physics simulation and stuff. He's a pretty bright dude, I must say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I saw you posted something about that on one of the servers, and I remember I think I looked at that. Beyond me mathematically, that's for sure.
Jeez, dude, it's very interesting because at first I found him like kind of weird and abrasive, but it's just a really passionate dude who did something quite incredible, pretty much with a tiny little team. It's pretty amazing when you think about it. It's quite cool.
It is, yeah.
And it's also so interesting to watch how people who were obviously less than a year ago were using his product as the de facto standard now shit all over it because it looks outdated. It's such an interesting thing how allegiance to a brand or allegiance to a product becomes so personal somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
There's nothing wrong with X-Plane. It does what it does.
It's a great product for what it does. I just prefer the model of the Microsoft product, that's all.
Well, that's what he was saying. He said there's an app for every kind of user out there.
Yep.
But what he's really geeky on is the whole physics and the mathematics, because what he managed to do, which was interesting, is he managed to build. It's like if you develop a plane in X-Plane, you plug in the math behind it in terms of the plane, and then that plane reacts to the environment. So it's not kind of a, like for example, you can tweak the files in Microsoft Flight Sim to add like roll to a plane, but that's, like he was saying, that's kind of cheating insofar as it puts a band-aid over what is essentially an environmental thing and a physics model thing, which is interesting.
Yeah, I tried X-Plane back, gosh, it's got to be 10 years ago now, or maybe even less. Maybe it was less, maybe 5 years ago. And my problem is that I had already been flying the SubLogic and then Microsoft flight simulators for 30 years at that point. So I was very biased to the controls and the way the keys worked and that kind of thing. And to be frank, even FSX visually I thought was better than X-Plane. It had more content. X-Plane definitely had a higher quality of graphics, a more modern, development, but there wasn't as much content, and that's fine. It is what it is, and it's a great product for what it is. It just wasn't the product for me. That was all. I'm more casual. I want to fly and see pretty things and that kind of stuff. I don't care that it's 3% off on a certain business model. I'm not using it to train to fly real airplanes. I'm using it for my enjoyment to simulate flight.
I'm picking it up to about 110.
Okay. I'm closing Sky Park because I also noticed it isn't updating in the background when I fly.
And you're not really on a job either.
No, because I'm stupid. Because I forgot to pick up the mail. Now I just have a black square there on my image, though. My stream. I never got that Twitch chat thing figured out. Not that I really care. I think having it on the stream is actually kind of ugly. I just wanted to fill the space with something.
You need a kitty cam.
Oh, I could totally fucking do that. I have.
Oh yeah, just capture your live stream thing.
I was just saying I could capture, except the aspect ratio is wrong. But yeah, I could do something. I'll have to work on that for next time. I could totally do that. I could have Brewcats on here while I'm doing it. Rebroadcast it.
Right about 8 nautical miles out from North Myrtle Beach, so we'll probably hit 1500 there, and we can go along the coast and just look at all the cool things there.
All right. Do we want to start dropping now then?
I think
You
I'm going
guys-
to do that because I'm totally within glide of the coast.
That's what I was thinking.
It's creative up there.
Oh wow! I just crashed. That's great.
Oh,
Like
really?
not my
Up, there you
plane,
go.
not my plane. The actual app crashed.
Guys, yeah. I figured that because I was looking at you. You were flying along at altitude.
There's an airport right here we can land at while he's getting
Yes,
his team together.
I'll spawn back. I'll spawn back at what's this place?
Well,
gonna-
Ocean
Grand
Isle
Strand.
is behind us. Oh, there's yeah, Grand Strand.
Cool. I'll spawn there.
Uh,
There's a municipal right off to our right.
well, there's one ahead of us. Kilo Charlie, Romeo Echo.
I'll do that one.
God, there's a tower in Atis there too.
Let's put in there.
Yeah, this-
Fancy.
This is. It looks like Class Charlie. Hey,
Let me turn on.
it's blue.
and I can pick up some junk mail while we're there.
There you go.
It's Delta.
Oh, Delta. There we go.
That's KCRE, right?
Yeah. Atis is 119.625.
It's so strange. Everything was absolutely smooth, no problems, and then just dead. So strange.
All right.
I'm gonna assume that pattern altitude is gonna be about 1,000 foot.
Yeah, I usually just
Yep.
assume that. I'm usually not checking the finer details like that.
I mean, it's right along the coast, so it shouldn't be too far off.
And it says RP 23, so it says right-hand pattern. Is that right? If it's got RP,
Yeah,
interesting.
For both runways? I mean, for both directions? Probably not, because usually if they're doing right-hand pattern, it's probably because of residential. Let's see, runway. Yeah, judging by winds, we are going to enter the downwind. Get in there.
Looks to me like it's almost a crosswind coming in.
it'll be runway 5.
Yeah,
Oh.
even the in-game ATIS says runway 5.
Okay.
So we're pretty much into the wind as much as we can.
But it's right traffic, right? So we're going to come in from the coast and turn right in.
I'm checking. Where does it say?
Should say right pattern on whichever runway it is.
RP 23.
Okay, yeah. So we can go left pattern for 5. It's trying to keep us off the residential on Atlantic.
Or side-by-side runways are sometimes one's left, one right, right?
Yeah.
So they don't cross. That's what it is.
So are we taking 5 left or 5 right?
5 left.
5 left.
Okay, I'm coming back in a sec.
And we'll go around to the, okay, yeah. We'll go around to the right of it and come in.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, inland.
That way we're, yeah, on the other side of the intercoastal waterway. Alright. Big windmill there.
See that? I'm going right over it.
Where was I flying recently? I found a big off-coast wind farm. Can't remember. Oh, Slime's already on the ground.
Yeah, man.
We don't need to land. He'll catch up.
Yeah, baby. You gotta land that thing.
Oh, I gotta pick up my junk mail. Yeah.
Exactly.
This should be fun too. Some crosswind landings.
Yeah.
According to little nav maps, it looks like right on the nose.
This is the first time I've had Sky Park running in about a week. I haven't been doing
Strand traffic, XCAB 9023 Whiskey is entering the right base downwind for runway, what is this? 05 left. Strand traffic. Yeah, there's the right-hand traffic markings around the SOC. Strand traffic, red XCAB 9023 X-ray is turning base. 05 left, full stop, strand traffic. Oh, that is a cross.
Yeah, I was gonna say in the sim it definitely looks like a cross.
Maybe at altitude the
Too much,
winds
too
are a
much.
little different.
Don't watch this landing.
I'm
Yeah,
watching.
watch mine
Actually,
either.
the landing won't be too bad. It's the approach you don't want to watch on this one.
God, I'm having to use pretty much all my rudder to keep it straight.
Probably
I'm-
hitting your limits.
Probably what?
Hitting the aircraft crosswind limits.
I'm coming in high. It's alright. I can bleed off the speed right now.
Strand traffic 923 X-ray is clear of runway 05.
This is going to be a long landing because I came up too high.
Strand traffic.
80 knots.
Oh, now I'm going downwind.
It was a little bouncy. 115 feet per minute, not too bad. I gotta roll down to the end. I missed the taxiway. Taxiing up the left runway. Or the right one runway. The other one. While I'm doing that, let me reset my trims. There we go.
Just floating it on in.
Nice.
One bounce, 83.
83's nice. Nice. I usually try for 100, or within, that zone. Under 100. My average is about 220 though, so I don't do very well at it. But that's different types of craft too, so.
I think I hold the under 200 on Toronto for the landing thing.
Now, see, us in the bush planes, we're looking for a higher feet per minute.
Okay, I'm loaded up.
Okay.
This is a nice place to start too, because it's right before we hit Myrtle Beach.
Yep.
Strand traffic 923 X-ray is taxing to runway 05 via whatever.
Yeah, you're not used to these
05.
taxiways, are you? You're used to just grassing it right out.
Well, yeah, I could just
You could have taken off on that
Take
little
off right
taxiway
here.
right there, yeah.
although taking off is it's the landings that are hard on the bush wheels.
There's a bearded Dossie over there. Or bearded Aussie. Bearded Aussie.
I don't know if this is a sim malfunction or they actually just the taxiway is a runway.
I don't know either, but it was the only place to taxi up, so.
Yeah, it
Oh,
looks
no.
like let's see.
Yeah, no, I think this is a runway.
Yeah, you're on 05 right now. And there is a taxiway from the end of 05 right over to the beginning of 05 left. Which actually isn't labeled 05 left. It just says 05. So it's like they wanted an extra runway, so they just made the taxiway a runway?
Seems like it.
Looks like it. The sim sees
Or
it
vice
as
versa?
the sim sees it as a taxiway. I think. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, little nav maps
Are we
shows
go or?
with the sim.
I mean, you're halfway up the runway.
Yeah, we're
so
up here ready.
I'm rolling.
All right.
40 knots. 50 knots.
Happy feet. Happy feet. Happy
Rotate,
feet.
Rotate. Oh!
Off the ground.
It could have been bad.
Bounce my takeoff.
We got left pattern here.
Don't mind me. I'm doing my usual S-turn takeoff here.
Turn right across.
What are we doing?
I'd say usually in this wind it would be a call off the flight type.
My Garmin says 10 knots. And turning downwind.
Kind of died down. It was at 15, gusting to 21 earlier.
Oh, that's what you said when you checked it. You said we were going to hit some turbulent air or some rough wind.
Yeah.
All right, I'm coming about. We're just going to go to 1500 through here? Is that what we're doing?
Sure. We want to see the sights, right?
Although
We
personally,
can also hit 1000 if we want.
I think we should pick where we want to be. We don't have to be the same. I personally think I get a better view from about 2000, but on the coast I feel like that's too high.
Changed over to co-pilot so I can see out the right window.
Have you been playing around with that Your Controls mod much?
Not really. I haven't been flying with anyone recently.
I wonder if they've been working on it and improving it.
Oh, I'm sure they
Updating
have.
Do tell.
It's a mod where you can essentially both connect to the same airplane, and you can both flip switches, fly the same plane, hand controls. It's good for, say, like teaching someone how to fly properly and teaching them all types of different flows and stuff like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, Blues and I were testing it out. He hit me up and said, "Hey, check this out." So we got up in a 172, and we were able to pass off controls. He was showing me stuff like stalls and some like training maneuvers.
All right, I
And
have
We'll
my
also be passing a state park up here. It's a pretty nice little state park, but when we get there, I'll tell everyone to look out their windows.
Okay. I'm just coming up on Myrtle Beach now. Oh, I can drop some speed back here. I had it cranked.
Yeah, there's some resorts and stuff out there.
Yep.
I'm currently at 700 feet.
Dusty likes it at about 250, I think.
50.
Yeah, just dropped to 200.
I'm sure the beachgoers would appreciate that. The wind's just shifted to a 10-knot tailwind.
Oh, has it? I
Yep.
got a 12, yeah. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it just shifted. 14 direct on my tail at my altitude.
I still got 12 off my right quarter ish. Back quarter.
Well, there's quite a few planes at the Myrtle Beach International.
It's funny, you'd almost think it was a major airport for this area or something.
Maybe.
You must have AI traffic on.
Probably.
I have all that stuff turned off, so if I see anybody if I see any planes, I know that there are other real people flying. I think I mainly did it for when I do Fat Sim.
I have maritime traffic on too, so I can see the boats in the water. They're not real people.
As far as you know.
That's true. Might be insulting for them for me to say that, actually.
Exactly.
I was going to say.
And the wind's back to a crosswind.
I still have 11 knots on the tail, but you're a little ahead of me, so maybe I'll pick it up in a minute. We're all at different altitudes. It's kind of cool.
Cruising along at 500.
I'm way up at 2,000. But I'm also a little further off the coast.
Just off to my right, there should be like a little amusement park down here.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it. Doesn't look like it's representative. There's nothing that makes it stand out anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe if I knew what it looked like.
Looks like an amusement park.
Thanks.
It's amusing and parky.
Alright, I'm passing right past the International now.
Yeah, so am I. I was just looking at it as I flew by.
Right now the tower is cursing at these Nordos.
I'm sure we'd have a few F-16s off of us if we didn't respond here in a minute.
That's the other nice thing with having the sky park up is it shows my altitude and heading and speed and all that, so as people watching the stream can see it.
All those trailer parks.
Where all the old people go when they get real good money from retirement.
Wow.
Yeah, and
look
then
at that.
and then the year after they move here, they get wiped out with a hurricane.
Yep.
So people retire in trailers.
Seems so.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
It's very popular, yeah.
It's one way to do it.
People move to Florida or Myrtle Beach or somewhere like that into either these little like condo complexes or the mobile home parks.
Yeah, usually a lot of the airline guys will just go to Charlotte and retire there if they're from American.
Which is interesting because American's based here.
American Airlines has a hub in
Yeah,
Charlotte.
Charlotte's one of the hubs, but the main
Yeah.
was DFW. That's their home. I have two friends who work for them at the headquarters.
Right, I'll be passing Garden City here in a minute. It's a nice little place. It's just a nice little beach and a boardwalk.
Surfside Beach.
Got a lot of those little tourist shops with your like the names on the cups and stuff. Yeah, and this little inlet's Merle's Inlet. There's a nice little restaurant boardwalk around here. It has the Dead Dog Saloon, which is one of the most notable. Quite good food, actually.
Is the boardwalk on the beach side or the inlet side?
Inlet. I think if you walk far enough, you can get to the beach. Don't hold me on that. I haven't walked it.
Well, it doesn't look like there's all that much space between the inlet and the beach. Unless it's on the other side.
Yeah, it's on the inland side.
Oh, okay. Got it. There's a marina over here, where I'm at. And then most of these houses here have docks.
I see all these little lines going into the water.
Yeah, from the houses, those are docks. They're the personal docks.
There's so many of them.
Once we
Yeah, 'cause
pass
there's-
that,
Basically one for each house.
yeah. Once we pass that, we're hitting a state park, Huntington Beach. You think you have to watch out for the crocodiles, but there's more raccoons than crocodiles.
Yeah, don't mess with the trash pandas.
They'll come after you. There's also a plantation that used to be here.
What was grown in that place?
I'm not really too sure, to be honest. I never went on the tour. I just knew it was on the other side of the campsite.
Marcy,
Usually, yeah, I don't really mess with plantations and stuff. It's a weird story to it, but very odd story that originates from Charleston. So
It's like Children of the Corn kind of stuff.
yeah, I just it was a weird thing. We tried to go into a plantation. Every time we tried to go in, there would be a tornado that popped up, like right next to it. So we decided to not go in. Decided that something didn't want us there.
Good call.
Anything after the state park, I could care less for. I haven't really bothered visiting.
Some nice looking resorts down here. Swimming pools, tennis courts.
definitely feeling that 13 knot tail / crosswind right now.
Mm-hmm. Ground trek 135.
Hey guys, I'm going to land at Georgetown because I've got to go. It's like 10:15 at night here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Take care.
We'll wait and talk about you after you've landed.
You better. I know you like to do that.
I'm holding about 110, by the way.
Yeah, that's what we're at.
I had
Trying to
dropped-
climb back.
Yeah, I'm at 1500 now.
I just joined up with Blues.
I'm sitting 1550 right now. There's an air mat out for turbulence, so I'll probably be within 100 feet.
Now we're doing about 120. Oh, you just dropped.
Yeah, it just grabbed me there for a minute.
It's funny. I didn't hit anything like that. I think we're about 10 knots faster than Perry there.
I'm doing indicated of 111.
Yeah, we're about 120.
I'll bring it back some.
I'll kick it up for a minute to catch up too. Don't make me get the Baron out.
Okay, I'm back up at about 100 indicated.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to skip the next several chunks because it'll just be boring. It looks like if I skip 2 of them, it puts us at Vero Beach. So I'll skip the next one, which was going to get us to Jacksonville. And then the one in between was supposed to be Jacksonville to Vero Beach. I'm going to start us closer. Maybe start us at Daytona. So it'll be a shorter session to next week. As I looked, and it was from Vero Beach is where I headed out to the Bahamas after that. And it has us at Key West in 11 weeks.
I can't wait.
I have the add-on, purchased the add-on for Key West Airport. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I looked at that too. I can't remember if I pulled the trigger or not.
I have the free Kennedy Space Center one, which is really nice too. From flightsim.to.
This is Charleston Regional we're going to, right?
Yeah.
Or executive?
Executive. JZI.
Okay, peeps, I'm done. Thank you very much, and have a good one further.
See you later.
All right, you take care. Bye.
Meet you guys.
What kind of maneuvers are you doing up there, Blues?
Trying to get on track with it. I was paying attention to my Garmin and got a little off track.
I haven't looked to see what runway they're landing or what approaches they're using.
Yeah, so runway, I think I was muted. 008 at 12, I think they said, which
I show
gives us runway 09.
runway 9. Yeah.
Yeah, runway 9 with left traffic.
Okay.
You were saying 09?
Yeah, runway 9.
All right.
Actually, wait, 008 is pretty much to 0. Hold on.
Yeah.
Well, 04
So
is
04.
probably. It could also change when we get there, so we'll just have to look at it and watch.
Yeah. 04 is also left traffic.
It's only 4,300 feet. Can you get your X Cub down in that length distance?
I'll see what I can do.
Okay. If you need more space, runway 9's got 5,300 feet, just so you know.
I think the crosswind would be more of a problem.
Yeah, especially with the airplane, yeah. Yeah. So we have an airfield here to the left of us. A little grass strip. It just flew by.
Oh yeah, I think I see it.
I just realized I was still pushing 120 knots. I guess that doesn't matter. We can all keep up, right?
Yeah, I'm right behind you. So my weather thing is telling me variable at 3 knots with gust to 10 from 330.
What does the little nav map say? It's 330, yeah, 3 gusting to 10. So that's the NOAA station.
quiet time.
Mm-hmm. Is that a runway like surrounded by water over there? To the right? To the left, I mean.
To the left, to the left.
We just passed it back behind us.
I don't see it. Oh, it looks like maybe.
Ravens Run.
Yep.
Yeah, on the map it's kind of surrounded by water.
Alright, so we're going into runway 9, right?
4.
Oh, runway 4.
Maybe.
Okay.
We'll see.
We're going
see what it
into a
looks like.
runway. Kind of zoned out for a couple minutes there. It looks like it'd be a nice bridge if it was rendered properly. Off to the 2 o'clock there.
Wind 059 or 21. It says.
Really?
So the game is telling us to take runway 4.
Alright.
Is that an aircraft carrier down there?
Where?
Right in front of you. Well, to the 1 o'clock.
It looks like it.
Yep. Looks like it.
Wonder if you can land on it.
I wouldn't try it. Deck is all covered with shit.
Well, it looks like photogrammetry landscape, so
Well, it looks like a
I
big
think that's
park.
all collision.
Looks like a big park or rec center or something there. I wonder if that's... And there's a big dock going out to it. That's got to be a museum ship because there's a little gunboat parked
Yeah.
next to it.
It is a permanent installation.
And then there's a cruise ship over here next to the...
It's got planes on it.
There's a cruise ship over here I'm going over right now. On the other side of the water.
All right, so left downwind for 04.
Yep. I've already started turning a little bit to the right to swing around. And then I'll come lefting. Do I want to come in tight over 09 or swing wide around? I think swing wide around.
Well, you follow a standard traffic pattern for whatever runway.
This runway is probably going to be right pattern since it's right on to the other runway as well.
Yeah, I thought about that and I checked. According to the little nav map, it's left traffic. Runway 04.
Sky Vector has
heading
its left too.
Yeah, pattern left for runway 04. It's a
Alrighty.
towered. Is it? Actually, it doesn't say towered.
It doesn't show a control over it, so
Comms.
might
No, it
not be.
doesn't say CT.
Nope, there's not. Unicom. It's not towered.
Nice. If I fly down here, this is what I'll be coming to.
Whoa! My frame rate just tanked.
Real choppy there.
I mean, I'm talking like 12 frames right now. Suddenly, I don't know what did it. I hope it smooths out because it's tough to land when it gets like this.
Right.
It's only happened a couple times. I don't know what's doing it.
Honestly, either runway is looking pretty much the same right now. Might even just... Yeah, it's pretty much equal on both runways right now.
Yeah, but
I'm lined
up
up on the downwind, and I've got a pretty straight tailwind.
I was just gonna say I've got a 12 knot tailwind, and I'm going directly in line with the runway right now. Where are you, Dusty?
I'm in the
Oh,
downwind for runway 04.
Yeah, I'm trying to find you. Oh, visually. Okay.
Oh, you're way out there. Yeah, I'm flying a much tighter pattern.
I'm crossing the end of runway 9 right now. It smoothed right out. I don't know what that was. I thought, am I on the wrong side? I thought left traffic meant that I was supposed to fly down this side and then turn left in.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it means.
Okay.
You're making left turns.
You gotta be really tight then, because I'm...
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I just basically do a bombing run 180.
Because I'm probably only
on
like
this
a...
thing.
I'm probably only like a mile or two off.
All right, turning base and then turning final.
Same. But you know me, I come in a little longer.
That's
I'll
what she
extend
said.
my down. I'll extend my downwind.
I'm landing in the grass. Yeah, the SOC agrees. Runway 04.
I'm cutting the throttle back. Lose some airspeed.
Oops. I bounced instead of flared.
I'm pretty much coasting in on at idle now.
Well, Red X Cub was always clear of the runway because Red X Cub landed in the grass.
About to touchdown.
Floating her on in.
I'm gonna run out of runway. Get her
Looked
down.
like you were doing a go around.
Get her down. Get her down. Here we go. We're good. 231, a little harder than I'd like, but
I'm pretty sure your descent was going negative, positive, negative, positive, negative.
yeah, I was a little. This is the problem I have with this yoke is it's a little jerky sometimes.
Hmm.
There's no taxiway down here. What the hell? Oh, we're at the very end of the runway. It looks like.
Yep.
Okay, I am. I'll be clear of the runway in a few seconds,
Okay, I'm gonna watch Blues come in.
and then I'll taxi.
And
over
I'll
and
judge.
park.
I'll judge who had the.
He had a better landing than I did.
Well, I mean, I wasn't gonna say anything, but
He should. He does it for real.
right.
If he doesn't, then there's something wrong. He can blame the sim.
Nice and slow and gentle.
It's funny because when I'm not on with you guys and not streaming, I have these gorgeous landings and nobody's there to witness them.
Like butter.
82.
Nice.
Yeah, there must be something about Discord chat or running OBS or something, or when you're multiplayer, it just automatically sort of ruins your sim experience, right?
Yeah, and the other thing I hate is some of these runways and taxiways have those graphical issues where there's a gap or a jump in them.
Mhm.
And I've had that happen a couple times at a really bad one is at CYOW, which is Ottawa International. The runway 25, which is the runway they almost always have you using, is if you don't get off by like 2/3 down the runway on takeoff, or maybe a third of the way down the runway, you get thrown into the air and crash because of a glitch in the runway graphics. It's really annoying. This one had one in a taxiway I just hit, but thankfully I was going slow enough so it didn't totally pork me. Okay, I'm going to pull up and park, deliver my junk mail. Brakes.
Taxiway is weird. This thing used to be a runway, so it's very wide.
All right, for those of you watching the stream, this will be the end of our stream. We'll be doing it again next week, same time, same place. And I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow's flight or not that we do in New Zealand. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next week.
Make sure you hit that follow button.